Good reminder me. Okay. I want you to treat me as a pupil at the partly trained stage.
Okay.
Yeah, you're filling in for my regular instructor who can't make it today, so I've never met you before, yeah?
Yep.
He has got the same car as you, so I am familiar with the controls of the car. He said today he was going to teach me how to turn the car on the road.
Okay.
So for this phase you can call me Tony.
Alright.
You okay, the red feature?
Yep.
If you're okay, then we'll go on the roll.
Okay. Hi Tony, I'm Lewis.
Hi Lewis, nice to meet you.
Sorry Fred can't be here. I spoke to him last night and he said you were going to do turning the road today.
That's what he said, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you done any reversing at all before?
No.
No, not done any straight line reversing or anything like that?
No.
No? Okay. Have you... I'm trying to remember what point it is. When you're...
I don't
Have you done any hill starts before?
I done quite a bit of emerging last week.
Yeah, okay, good. So, have you done any emerging where you've had to do the peep and creep?
Oh yeah, we've done a bit of that last week, yeah.
Yeah.
After leaning forward.
Yeah. And how are you controlling the speed of the car when you were doing that?
I was coordinating them pedals.
Yeah, good. So, we're going to use the same skills for turning the road to keep the car nice and slow,
right.
using the clutch and the brake for the most part. Okay. Do you want to set yourself up, please, Tony?
Right, yeah. Yep.
Okay, just tell me what you can see in that centre mirror, please.
Yeah, I can square the whole back window.
Yep.
I can see a bit of my head restraint, a bit in my left ear.
Good.
And I can see a little bit of your head restraint as well.
Very good. And what about in your right door mirror?
I can see about 2 finger widths of the car.
Yep.
Top of the buildings, horizon and the road.
Okay, and in the left door mirror?
Pretty much the same.
Okay, good. Alright. We'll drive on when you're ready then, please, Tony.
And left at the end.
And at the end we'll go left.
And right.
And right at the end, please, Tony.
I haven't got many of these, do I? Give way to that red van if it comes towards
So
me.
yeah, if that red van's coming towards you, you have to give way to it because we're going to be crossing this path. He's giving you a flash, so be very careful as you're pulling.
Might be that flash for cash, mightn't it?
It might well be.
And turn.
You might need to lean. So well done, well remembered.
And right.
And right at the end, please, Tony.
I've got a corner like that.
Why is it important not to cut that corner, do you think?
Yeah, because it might have been nearer. I'd have hit him.
Very good. You might find it easier turning if you take bigger chunks of the wheel.
Bigger chunks.
Yeah. So if we were turning right, you could put your right hand up at the top and just pull it down with your right hand, and then at the bottom pass it over to your left hand to push up as many times as you need to get round. Means you can do it with less movement.
That only works on right hand turns, doesn't it?
So for left hand turns, you'd stick your left hand up to the top and pull down, and then pass it to your right hand. So it's whichever direction you're going in, bring that hand up to the top first and pull it down. It'll help you with you turning the road as well. Very good observations there, Tony.
The jumper lights.
Make sure that you remember to check them, won't it?
Right?
Make sure that you remember to check them.
Oh, yeah.
You think many times that we might want to do the turn on the road maneuver.
I've heard people talk about getting on the driver test and dropping on.
You think of any time that you might want to use it after you've passed. So you might be going down the road and now you want to turn around. You might be going in the wrong direction from where you want to go to.
Yeah, that could happen to me because my sense of direction is not very good.
There's a few times when we can't do a turn in the road. If we were in a one-way street and we did a turn in the road, we'd be facing the opposite way.
Oh, yeah.
We can't do it due to forces to the left side. Sometimes you see an arrow, like a curve, like a very, very round banana, with a line through it saying no, U-turns. You've seen that sign before, sometimes on the road.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah. So he wants to do it like this again.
And turning right.
Turning right, please stand. So which hand we can bring up to the top? So right hand to the top.
Oh, right, sorry.
So, and if you pull it down, that's to your left. Okay, halfway there. That was better. So you did the pulling down, and then your right hand sort of jumped up to do it again. So what you can do is pass it round, handing it over to your left hand, and let your left hand push up, and then your right hand can take over again. Exactly what you do.
With your left hand pull down.
So on that one, when you were turning right, the right hand would pull down, and then the left hand would push up if you need to go any further. So the left in the end. Turn in the red. So this is the manoeuvre that we want to have a go at doing. We're currently the yellow car here facing forwards. We want to turn the car around so that we're facing the opposite way. Thank you very much. Okay. So a couple of things that we need to bear in mind. First thing is that the road bends a little bit. Can you see that in the middle? It's slightly higher than the edges. You might not be able to see it on this one so clearly. Some roads it's easier to see. That's for the drainage. The downside to that for us is that as we're doing our manoeuvre and we're coming across the road this way, we're going to be going slightly uphill and then slightly downhill.
All right.
Okay. Yep. So that's going to change how you're going to use the pedals slightly to control the speed. There's three things that we're looking for on the manoeuvre. Control, so keeping the speed down, using the clutch and the brake to keep the speed steady. Observations, it's very important that we keep everywhere around us safe and that we don't drive the car towards anyone, for example. And reasonable accuracy. Yeah, so we want to get the car turned around in as few moves as possible. So we're going to start off here. We're going to get the car moving very, very slowly by using the clutch and the brake, using the clutch to get it moving. Once the car starts moving,
Clutch and the brake.
we're going to use the clutch to get the car moving. Once the car's moving, we're going to get full lock onto the right, so you're going to steer towards you as quickly as possible. So that steering that you practiced on the way here,
What does full lock mean?
so that means that you steer all the way round until it won't go any further.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So those big steering movements that you practiced on the way round, they're going to help you get round much quicker and easier. So we want to keep your feet slow, but your hands fast. Does that make sense? We want to keep the car moving very, very slowly, but get that steering on as quickly as we can. So we're going to get full lock onto the right, and we're going to bring it round until we're coming up towards the curb. Okay. I'll give you a reference point where the curb, I'll show you where to stop, and then I'll get you to pick up a reference point. And at that point, we're going to come to a stop, and then we're going to pull forward about that much further. And at the same time, we're going to undo that steering, so you'll steer towards me to take some of that steering back off, as much as we can get off. Again, we're going to stop just before the curb, and I'll give you a second reference point for that, so you know that you're not going to go up that curb. Okay. Danger of going up that curb is we might hit a pedestrian up there, a cyclist child. Once we've done that, we've come as far as we can go. We're going to put it into reverse gear, so our reverse lights come on and the car's going to go backwards. We're going to do all our observations. Again, I'll talk you through those once we're doing it for real. And we're going to start bringing the car slowly backwards. As we do that, we're going to continue to get steering on towards me until we get full lock to the left. Once we've got that, we're going to continue to come back, still doing our observations. And again, once we're getting towards the curb, I'll show you where to stop, and you'll pick up another reference point for your reversing. And then once we've got that reference point, we're going to continue to reverse again about that far, undoing that steering again, so steering towards the right. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for the next part. Again, I'll stop you before we get to the curb, and we'll pick up a last reference point. And then once we've done that, we'll do our observations again into first gear, then our observations, and we'll bring it round, and we should be able to clear the curb by that point.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Shall we give it a go?
Yeah. So
yeah. I'm going to talk you through it all.
So I don't use the gas, brake and clutch.
You may need a little bit of gas. It's a fairly flat road, although we have got that camber that we talked about, so you may need a little bit just to get it moving. You probably won't. It depends on the road.
I don't know. Fred's always told me that if I'm using the clutch, I should be using the gas.
So you can do all of this on the clutch. So once you bring the clutch up to the bike point, as you bring it up a little bit further than that...
No, Fred's wrong then.
What we don't want to do is use too much gas, because then the car's going to shoot forwards.
Oh, too much gas?
Yeah, so we may need just a little bit of gas.
Oh.
Okay? But what we're really going to be looking for...
just out of road. Careful about giving misinformation, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready to have a go.
Okay, alright. So, first thing that we're going to do is prepare the car, just like usual.
Yeah.
So all we're looking for is a lively hum. So you can ease up off the gas thickness from hand coin, and again, and up a little bit more. That's fine just there. Okay. and we want to make sure you've got the bite with the clutch. So just back up off the accelerator there, off the gas. I think it's Bancoy. Keep that right foot where it is, and with your left foot, can you find that bite point? The danger of using that accelerator, of having too much gas, is that when you get your bite point and we release the handbrake, the car's going to shoot forward.
Oh, I understand now.
Yeah.
That's that reason why, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so just wait there for me, Tony. So at the moment, we need to do our observations first anyway.
Yeah, just getting the clutch ready.
Okay, so again, we just need, the car's going to start trying to pull, can you feel it trying to pull away at the moment? You need to ease up off the gas and bring your clutch, dip your clutch slightly.
Slightly?
That thing's the pound coin. If we have that clutch too high, we're going to burn the clutch out. The car's going to try and pull away when it's not ready to.
Oh.
Okay. So, you've got your bite point?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Left hand on the handbrake so we're ready to go.
I don't want to do it with my feet now.
I want you to just lock them. Leave those in place, don't move them. I want you to put your left hand on the handbrake so we're ready to move once we've done our observations.
Yeah.
So we're going to look right over that left shoulder first, Tony.
Right over the left shoulder.
Sorry. Look out your left back door window. Right over there. Because we're looking for any children coming, chasing a ball, anything like that.
Yeah.
Looking up here, is there anyone walking towards the car?
No.
No. Looking ahead, has anything stopped dead in front of us?
Has anybody what?
Are there any vehicles right in front of us that are going to stop us? Are we going to crash into anything if we move forward a little bit?
Well, I hope not, no.
No. Yeah, are there any vehicles coming down the road towards us? No.
No.
Anyone over that way coming towards the car?
There's a woman walking the other side of the green.
Is she likely to sprint out in front of us, do you think?
Not unless her name is Linda Christie.
Okay, just keep an eye on her in case she's in disguise. Have a look right over out your right door in case anyone's coming up there.
No, it's not yet.
Right, and now I want you to look right over that right door, right over your right shoulder, please, Tony.
All right.
Yeah, we're looking for any pedestrians coming up, any little children coming up.
Can't see anybody. All I can see is that tree.
Okay, so from your observations, is it
All
clear?
I can see is that tree.
Okay, so you're looking right over your shoulder, Tony?
Yeah.
We're looking right out that back
I suppose
door
that
window.
tree could be a pedestrian, could it?
Yeah, it could be a pedestrian, it could be a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've done our observations.
Yeah.
If you're happy it's clear, we're going to release the handbrake, but we're going to keep the speed of the car really slow, really crawling speed. So once the car's moving.
I'll start moving now, do I?
So yeah, really, really slowly.
All right.
As soon as it's moving, big turns with the wheel. Do you remember that push-pull that we did on the way here, Tony?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what big means.
At the same time, start looking all around you, Tony. We're looking again over your left shoulder, all the way round, so looking up the road.
Oh, well, I'm going that way.
Yeah, we're going to look over your right shoulder as well. Got to keep that head moving. That's good. And then stop about there, Tony. Okay, good.
Sorry, I had to get to the brake really quick there.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't want you to cover the brake there. Okay, this is going to be your first reference point. Can you see where the curb on your right cuts into the car? Where does that curb touch?
Ahead of the door mirror.
Okay. So I want you to remember that point where it is now.
Oh, well, yeah.
This is your point where we're going to undo some of the steering. Now all I want you to do, not while the car's still, only once the car's moving, otherwise it's dry steering, it can damage the tyres and the steering mechanism of the car. What I want you to do is bring the car forward about that far,
Right.
and at the same time we're going to undo as much of that steering as we can to the left.
Right.
Okay? So keep it nice and slow again. Off.
So set the gas.
So all you need to do is just ease up off the brake thickness of pound coin and the car will start to move because we're on a little bit of a downhill now. And stop there. Very good. So now where does that curb cut into the car?
Looks like the door mirror is on the curb.
Okay, so it's further up than it was before, yeah? Good. So that's your reference point.
Can I just rest my feet for a minute?
Yeah, you can put it handbrake on and into neutral, and you can rest your feet. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your reference point for when we want to be ready to go reversing, so we don't want to go up the curb. So now what we're going to do is prepare the car again, but this time we're going to go into reverse gear. It's very important we go into reverse, Tony, because it puts our reverse lights on and tells people what we're doing. But also, if we choose a forward gear when we're expecting to go backwards, and somebody walks out in front of the car, the car's going to go forward, isn't it?
Oh, I'll be looking that way, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to see what's in front of us.
I've only done this once on the controls lesson.
So can you remember where reverse?
Yeah.
Very good, yeah. So we need to do our observations again, Tony. So if you start over your right shoulder this time.
I'll look first, do I?
Sorry, get your bike point. Sorry, that's my
Oh,
fault.
get ready, mate.
Yeah, prepare the car.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, we need to do our observations, Tony. There's a lot going on to your right here, so we're just going to sit still and see what this car's going to try and do. Yeah, I just want you to sit still for the moment. Lock your feet where they are.
Yeah, look.
We're just going to wait for this car to get past us first.
Just give her away because we can't really inconvenience to you. Throw her away. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so we need to do our observations. Looking over that right shoulder, Tony. We're looking for any vehicles coming towards us.
Yeah,
there is a learner there, but they're sitting and waiting.
Oh,
at
just
the moment.
vehicles.
Vehicles, pedestrians, children.
So where am I looking first?
Over that right shoulder first.
Yeah, where?
So you're looking up the road, right over to the pavement.
Oh, pavement.
Sorry, yeah. Then at the vehicles in the road.
Yeah.
And then onto that grassy verge in front of us, all the way round, making sure that it's clear. Any vehicles coming towards us this way? No. Anything on the pavement on your left side?
No.
No? Okay. Then we're going to start, you're going to release the handbrake and we're going to start coming backwards. Nice and slow. You need to be looking backwards, Tony, as you're moving. So you need to be looking out your back windscreen.
All right.
And at the same time you're going to steer to the left.
Oh, it's fully steered.
Perfect. And keep doing your observations all the way around, Tony. We need to look and see if anything's changed up the road, on the pavement. Have any children come out of the houses?
I keep looking this way, yeah?
You can look all the way around, Tony. You need to look all the way around. You need to look up the road, across. Can you see the pavement behind us?
What,
on
now?
your right? Yeah.
This side?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you're looking all around. Keep your head moving. I'm going to stop there, Tony. Okay.
Trouble finding that brake again.
Can you see where the curb cuts into the side of the car?
Near that no smoking sticker.
Okay, perfect. I want you to remember that as your reference point for when we're reversing. So what I'd like to do now is we're going to come back a little bit further, about that far, and at the same time we're going to steer towards the right. Okay? What we need to do before we get that car moving though is do our observations again.
Again?
Every time that we stop is very
Just up and
important.
down the road?
So pavements behind us, all the way around. That's it. And covering the brake, and we're going to stop there, Tony. Can you see where the curb cuts into the car now?
The corner of that window.
Very good, so that's your final reference point, okay? At this point, what we want to do is set the car up to go forwards again, so we need to go into first gear.
What's that last reference point for?
So that's where we're going to stop so that we don't go up the curb. If we go up the curb, we could endanger people, pedestrians on the curb,
Yeah.
We need to go into first gear. That's it. We need to do our observations one last time, all the way around, so checking your left, right over that left shoulder first to the pavement.
Nobody there.
Okay, anybody up the road?
Up the road?
Anybody coming towards us?
The man with his dog over there.
Okay, is he a danger to us at the moment, or are we a danger